Okay, so in the last video, I was talking about accessing an ebook. So I'm going to quickly wrap that part up and then move into finding an academic journal article. So you can see here that I was saying not to use the PDF full text because you really, it's best just to access it online versus downloading it. If you click on the table of contents, or if you have the option of most relevant pages in the book, then you can click straight through into the book. Now, once you do that, you'll have the option of downloading. You just won't be downloading the whole thing. So you can see here that if you got into a good portion of the book that you liked, you can go over and download the chapter, or you can go to email pages and you can email the section to yourself. Um, you can also let me just go back. You can also search. So if you had a specific um, term, like, let's see where it occurs in the book where it says glass ceiling, then you can click in and see that directly to that phrase. All right, so now I'm going to go back into my search and I'm going to clear out the books selection. And let's talk about finding an academic journal article. So over on the left, we have a date limit. We may want to choose to use that, but right now I am going to just show you two different options. One up here, they make it pretty easy to jump ahead and just have scholarly journals in your results. And so by clicking that, it's going to do its best to limit it to only results that come from academic journals that are scholarly. And and one thing you can do is if you click through the title in the detailed record, if you click on the source where it was published, it should give you that information about whether or not it was peer reviewed. Peer reviewed simply means that not only was this article written by an expert, but the editor or publisher for this journal sent it out to other experts in the field to review it. So that's what it means by peer, like other experts, peer reviewed. All right. Now, once you go in and you have selected scholarly peer reviewed journals, that brings us to 2,200 results. Again, I've done state government or local government and the phrase glass ceiling. Okay, so now you'll go into the phase of review or uh, evaluation and selection. So what I like to do is I like to hover over the magnifying glass and get a quick view of the article, and then if I like it, I'll drop it into the folder. Now, after you've gone through and you can kind of see uh, what it is that what may be helpful from this initial list, then you're going to want to go over and maybe explore some of the other results. And instead of going through 2,200 results, there's another way to do it. If you scroll down to subject and then show more, these are all of the subjects within our search. So we searched state government and local government and glass ceiling, but now state government or local government, sorry. But now we can explore specific like subsets. If there's 2,000 results and we only want to see one specific particular set of results, we can choose a one of these subjects. So for example, we could select gender. So if we wanted to see glass ceiling as it applies to gender versus race or something like that, then we can select it here and then click update. I like to do one at a time. That way we can go in and know exactly what we are seeing. So now we see that each of these should be labeled with gender um, in the subject list. Now, if we wanted to, we could back up and we could go in and select a different subject. Um, let's do women in politics. Now I'll select it. All right, and then review, and we can uh, drop them into the different ones. Now, this is not 100% always going to work. You will notice that sometimes an article is included that is not a peer-reviewed article. You need to know what the components are of a scholarly article. So you want to look for, does it include its references? Does it um, have its methods? Does it discuss the results, share its findings? So you need to know, what those different components are and know how to identify them in an article. And you can easily do a search for that online to find a list of those things. It's not true for every discipline, so you need to know, um, what to look for. If you have any questions about that, I'd be glad to assist you with that. Um, Now, I'm going to go over to the folder, and so this is where it will collect the articles that I've selected. Now you notice that this one, full text, is accessible here. This one links out to the full text. However, these do not show any full text. So when I go in, I don't have access to the full text. What would you do in that situation? So this is where we'll talk about interlibrary loan. So if you click on the Find It button, that will take you out to our to a place where you can request the item from another library that owns it. So you can see that there's no full text available. Sometimes there will be a link elsewhere so you can get access, but this one doesn't have it. So I'm going to need to request the resource from another library. So if you click there, you'll be prompted for your Unify credentials. Sign in, and it should automatically populate this form. For whatever reason, it doesn't grab the article author, so you have to go back in to the article, and you don't have to copy every author, but just grab the top one and plug that in, and then you submit the request. And if it's approved and someone's willing to loan it to us, you'll receive an email, a digital copy of that file. Okay, if you have any other questions, go to the library website, scroll down on the right, click schedule a research consultation, select Jeff Dowdy, and then you can pick the time that you want to meet, and just make sure that you make note anything else you would like us to know that you want to meet via WebEx. All right, well, good luck, and let me know if you have any other questions.